Ever feel like you have a million great ideas, but when it actually comes time to act, you're just stuck? Well, today we're diving into a simple but incredibly powerful technique called the anxiety detox. It's designed to help you break through that exact paralysis.
So, see if this sounds familiar. Your mind is just buzzing with brilliant plans, all these exciting possibilities. But when you actually try to get started, it's like hitting a wall. You feel completely overwhelmed, pulled in every direction, and you're totally unsure of what that first step should even be. It is a deeply frustrating place to be, for sure.
Now, the first thing we have to get right is this. That feeling of being stuck, it's not a personal failure. It is not because you're lazy or unmotivated, even though that's what we so often tell ourselves. The root cause is something else entirely. The real culprit is a lack of mental space. I want you to imagine your mind is a computer with, 50 different tabs open, and they're all auto-playing different videos. It's so overloaded with information, notifications, and just unfinished thoughts that the whole system grinds to a halt. It literally cannot execute a single clear command.
So, let's get a little more specific. What does this noisy mind actually feel like in our day-to-day lives?
I mean, from the absolute moment we wake up, our attention is hijacked. Before we've even had a single original thought for ourselves, we're getting slammed with texts, emails, social media feeds, and, oh yeah, the crushing weight of our to-do lists. Our focus is fractured before the day has even really begun.
And here's the simple truth. A mind that's constantly reacting, that's being pulled in a dozen different directions, well, it just cannot generate focused, intentional action. Trying to force a big decision or a creative project from a state of mental chaos, it's like trying to build a house in the middle of a hurricane. It's just not going to work.
Okay, so how do we fight back against this? The solution is framed as the site clearing protocol. And honestly, the metaphor here is just perfect. Think about it this way. You wouldn't start pouring the concrete foundation for a new building on a construction site that's just covered in debris and junk, right? Of course not. The same exact logic applies to your mind. A mind cluttered with noise can't support a clear vision. You have to clear the ground first.
So let's be really clear about what this tool is. It's a 10-minute reset button. It's a simple preparation step. It is not a magic bullet that solves everything, but it is the powerful little tool that makes all your other effective actions possible. So how do we actually do this? The beauty of this whole protocol is its radical simplicity. There are no apps, no complex techniques. It's just 2 straightforward steps.
Okay, step 1 is the morning gate. For the first hour of your day, no screens. And look, this isn't about deprivation. It's about protection. You're creating a buffer to protect your focus. Then, step 2 is the reset itself. For just 10 minutes, you sit or lie down and you deliberately do nothing. That's it.
And this right here is probably the most important insight of the entire process. You are not trying to wrestle your thoughts into submission or force yourself to be calm. You are simply interrupting the cycle. You're letting the engine run without giving it any more fuel.
The biggest mistake you can make is turning this into just another performance, another task you have to get an A in. Let go of doing it right. Your mind will be busy. You won't feel instantly zen. That's not the goal here. This is not a test. It's just a pause.
So, what can you really expect after these 10 minutes? Well, the results are almost always subtle, but that doesn't mean they aren't profound.
Don't go into this expecting some lightning bolt of cosmic clarity. The feeling is much quieter than that. It's more like a genuine sense of relief, like a weight you didn't even realize you were carrying has just been gently lifted from your shoulders.
And this relief, it shows up as a little less pressure in your head, a little less background static. You might start to notice a tiny, quiet gap between your thoughts where there wasn't one before. And it's in that new space that you can finally start to hear what truly matters. So it all boils down to this really simple but powerful equation. When you intentionally reduce the internal noise, your ability to make clear, simple decisions goes way up. You're no longer operating from a place of panic or confusion.
But let's be very clear about something. Creating this mental space, that's not the end goal. Not at all. It's the starting line. The real question is, what are you going to do with it?
See, the whole purpose of finding this inner calm isn't to escape the world, it's to gain the stability and focus you need to build something real in the world. This is that fundamental shift from a state of frantic reaction to one of focused creation.
So just remember, the detox is the cleanup.
It's the essential work you do before you pull out the blueprints. It gets you ready to plan, to build, and to execute your ideas with precision instead of anxiety.
And here is the final essential warning. If you create this beautiful, clear mental space, but you don't give it a mission, a direction, it will inevitably fill back up with the same old clutter. Clarity demands purpose. Which leaves us with the ultimate question. Once you've taken 10 minutes to clear out the debris and quiet the noise, you're standing on clear ground. The question is no longer, how do I get started? The real question is, what will you build?